Hi, welcome. Welcome to my space. This is Soleil, and this is how I usually like to start having conversations or creating my videos, clearing the space for opening our senses, our mind, and our heart to more deeper stuff. And talking about deeper stuff, I want to welcome you and be very grateful, saying thank you for being here. Thank you for watching my videos. Those who have been following me for some time, thank you so much from my heart. That means so much to me. And if you are new here, welcome, and please subscribe to my channel. That way you will help me to reach out more people who may need the content of my videos and my sharing, right? So today I was watching a video with Ofra. She was at a graduation event with mostly women, and she was talking about what is the most important thing that we should always ask ourselves. And here goes. The first question was, who am I? Who am I, not in the way that the roles we play in life, not as a mother, as a child, as a daughter or sibling, friends, lover, wife, etc. It's more like who we are in essence. And she said that she feels that she was God's child or a divine being in a human form. And I like that. My intention here is to be able to inspire you with giving you information and share with you my life experience, how I got here. And the way I got here is actually the result of my whole life. The way I grew up in Chile, my first language is not English, it's Spanish. And I moved to New York City in my early 30s to start a new life, a new beginning, which I did. And then I moved to Patagonia. Actually, I have been living in two countries, spending some time here, some time in the States, in different states in the US, and just living my life the best way I could, traveling. But I think the main source of my knowledge and my experience and everything that I learned has been nature. Nothing is more powerful for me than being outside in nature, walking, under the trees, in the forest, by the water, and learning from the elements, air, fire, water, earth, how powerful life force is. And it's the same thing that we all have, but sometimes through our life experiences we miss that. So I would say that the question about who am I is, I am this person, this human being who is fascinated by what does it mean to be human. And for many years I try different ways to do this, to understand that, and to be able to navigate through life, trying to find out what my mission was. And I think my mission is to serve, sharing my experience, my knowledge, and everything that I learned through being in nature, traveling, talking to people, observing how people behave, and listening. Mostly listening to what my friends and my clients, have to share. And At the same time, I have been fascinated by the mind, especially subconscious mind. I don't know how really to explain this to you because it's something very personal that happened to me in many different ways. But I remember the day when I learned from Dr. Joe Dispenza when he said, 5% of the mind is conscious and the other 95% is subconscious. What does it mean? It means that most of the content of our mind is not accessible to us unless we try. And most of our behavior, our beliefs, the way we perceive life and events is subconscious. It's like we actually operate in life in a way that actually is not the way we want, it's the way we have been accumulating all these experiences that give us some kind of understanding but is hidden to us. And when we, for example, let's say we want to create a change in our life and we are determined, we know what we want to do, we know that this is something that we can do, we are able to do it, but when we try, we fail. And why is that? Because our mind is wired in a way that is so familiar to us, but we don't know, we're not aware because it's subconscious. The only way we have some access to the subconscious mind is through dreaming. That's why I study psychotherapy, Jungian psychotherapy, mostly learning about dreams and how to find meaning in our dreams, how to extract information about our life and ourselves and life, in general, through our dreams. Fascinating, right? So my services, the thing that I offer, they come from many different sources. And it's always my intention to integrate everything so I can help someone. So when I was working as an advocate and counselor for survivors of domestic violence and emotional abuse, my approach was a little bit, unconventional, because of course I apply all the protocols and everything, but when I was in front of my clients, I tried to really get to know them, see what their beliefs, so I could connect with them and meet them where they were. And then I will look for all my resources to offer something that will be very specific to that particular person. And let me tell you, it has been the most rewarding experience of my life, as a coach or counselor, because when someone says, I have been in therapy for so many years, but I never got so deep as when we were working together. And that was music to my ears, of course. And I am deeply grateful for, being able to offer that. So what I'm trying to say is, what I offer here, I wish that you can get inspiration first and a strong belief that if you want to make changes in your life, you can do it. And you can do that by first getting to know who you are. And then to really embrace and integrate that you have worth, that we don't need to prove anything to feel worthy, because we have value just because we exist. And connecting that, for example, with people who have been in abusive relationships, that they feel so broken and they don't see and they cannot trust anything or anyone anymore because they have been so hurt, the way to prevent attracting to our life abusive situations is by learning how to deeply love ourselves. That is the most basic, fundamental, and it's a gift that we can give to ourselves. You know, it's so hard to find words to describe that. I'm not saying that I'm done with my learning how to love myself, but I think I can still learn more. But when we learn, when we know who we are and we accept who we are and we fall in love with who we are, it opens a door to love everyone else and everything that is out there close to us, because we are able to connect at a deeper level. So that is why I would like to offer you, so you can connect with this inner wisdom that we all have. Because when my classmates, my friends, or people that have been serving, when they say, "You are so wise," I know that to be able to recognize wisdom is from our own wisdom. And we all have that. It's there. It's this inner voice, it's this inner knowledge that actually gives us peace. Anything in life that doesn't make you feel at peace with yourself, it means it's not good for you. And to be able to get there, to find that inner peace, we need to work with ourselves, and also we need to open up the spiritual dimension of our lives. It could be through nature, meditation, or anything like that. Let me lower the volume of the music. I'm playing some music in the background. I'm not sure if you can hear that. And actually I'm listening to Eustace Tonet, who is an amazing musician and guitarist, and his music is like a meditation. So this is what I offer, and I'm so grateful that you are here, and I hope that you can find, something that works for you. It's my service to be able to offer love and compassion. The most important thing for me that I learned throughout the time is we as humans, our main characteristic as humans is we are able to feel. We feel emotions. And dealing with emotions is hard and complicated and difficult and messy. And I watch so many videos about people giving advice and guidance, especially through relationships. And I always feel like it's a lot of pressure to do more, to do better, to avoid this, to allow that. But I haven't seen many helping us to be okay with the way we feel. Because every time we want to make a change, we find resisting because it's painful sometimes. We're dealing with, breaking patterns or trying to change the way we approach life, but it's difficult. And when we are dealing with that, we're all alone, and it's like no one there to support us. Well, that's what I want to offer. I want to offer support, especially loving support, when you are struggling, trying to, accomplish your goals, to make changes in your life, because you really believe that transformation is possible. And I really believe that too. And I also have been struggling with that when, I have a goal, I know what is good for me, but I'm still trapped in my old familiar way of being, and it's very hard to talk about it. But if you feel like you are ready to jump into the process of transformation, but you're struggling with, these inner voices, that one voice says one thing and another says another thing, the parts of you, or all those parts of you that have different opinions, right? And how to embrace and navigate through that with grace, with compassion for ourselves. How can we, hold ourselves going through that? So that is, my friends, what I would like to share with you today, so you can understand, have a better idea about the way I offer my services. So I invite you to explore my website. It's still in progress, but there's a lot of things there that I will show you, all the options that you have in case you because everyone needs different things. In my exploration, I included shamanism, I included psychology, I included spirituality, plant medicine, music, art, movement, dance, so many expressions, because that's who we are. We are multidimensional human beings, right? Having an experience on this earth, evolving. We just live a short period of time, and then the next generation will come. But what we learn today is not lost. It's never lost. It serves for the next ones coming after us to, absorb that and integrate that, so they keep going and evolving. I really believe that we are here to evolve. So, well, I hope this wasn't very random, but I really want to express how I feel when I'm offering my services, that I offer everything with a lot of love, with compassion, understanding, and from the heart. It's a heartfelt thing. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to my channel so I can reach more people, and also you can get notifications about my new videos coming up, and that would be awesome. And please leave a comment. Let me know who you are. What are you dealing with at the moment? And if you have any questions about my services, just let me know. Contact me. In the description below, there are links to my website and to my email, so you can always get in touch with me if you want. Thank you so much. Namaste.